Hi everyone, I'm Franziska Elmer. I'm a volunteer with the 2020 International Climate Action Challenge. And today we talk with my friend Claudia and her team member Elia and co-team member of Coral Col in Colombia about their challenge. And we're very excited to share their story with you about how they are tackling marine waste and solid waste in their community. So, Ellie and Claudia, tell me about yourself and tell us about your challenge goals.
Ok. Eli, empezá con tu nombre y, y con la meta que tenemos nosotros para el proyecto.
Bueno, mi nombre es Elizabeth Pérez. El lugar pues donde estamos ubicados es Colombia. Básicamente, pues yo estoy en diferente lugar de trabajo, pero trabajamos en la misma meta, que es poder realizar, que ya se hizo claramente, la limpieza de río y poder hacer charlas educativas con los niños y en la comunidad hablando sobre el manejo de residuos sólidos.
So whatever Ellie is saying is the same thing that I'm gonna say. My name is Claudia Hurtado. I am in Colombia, located in Buga, in a different city than Ellie, but we are working towards the same goal, that is create awareness in school and communities about solid waste management through science, communication, arts, and workshops. So we have been doing cleanup activities and teaching kids and communities about this topic. So basically it's that.
Claudia, why did you want to start or launch this initiative and participate in the challenge?
Why? So I wanted to start this challenge because coincidentally, I was studying our foundation. So we wanted to start focusing on the solid waste management because in Colombia is a very bad issue as well as an issue in the world. So we understand that to be effective, we need to teach kids, communities, and individuals alike about this topic. So we saw that in our city and in our country, the waste management is precarious and people isn't aware of that issue, or they simply don't care. So we want to make that issue an opportunity for people to understand it, learn from it, and change it for good. So additionally, I saw personally an opportunity to learn and to materialize all of those ideas that we had with the when joining to the Green Team Academy Challenge. When you put it on Facebook, like I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is the opportunity that we are waiting for. And so it's very cool to meet also like-minded people around the world that are working towards environmental projects. So basically for me is that I saw a very good opportunity to show the world what we're doing and learn from you guys that you have been doing a lot of projects. So we also want to share with others if they need so, like, you know, and yeah, that would be basically.
So how was the experience during the 90 days? What did you guys do? What kind of ups and downs did you have? Maybe from both of you, a little bit of a story.
Okay, so for Elia and for me, I can say the same because we prepared this yesterday and we agreed that the experience was great, like it was really good. And we can summarize it in organization of our ideas. We organize our processes. We develop the activities that we wanted to do, and we find partners that are also interested in the same things we are, and that they might not be very known in the community, But I talked to them personally and I told them, hey, you know that when you are alone, you are like just like something there. But if we get together, we can do something bigger and it's more visible than when we are by ourselves. So that is one of the good things, or one, no, several good things. And downs, maybe it's because sometimes it was difficult for everybody in our group to connect to the meetings at the same time, because some people works, some other works until late. So it is a bit frustrating sometimes, that, and that sometimes some people is more committed to others, but I think that is everywhere. Like with Ellie, we were like constantly there and we were like, hey, we need to do this. um, Someone taught us this. They told us that this cleanup should be done this way, like, and some people is like all focused and others are like, oh, okay, okay. And sometimes they seem not to care a lot like us. So that is a bit frustrating. And also because we are in quarantine, we don't have a lot of contacts with kids either, because they can't go out a lot. Like they are very confined in their houses, and in the schools as well. Like there's no people in the schools. So what we did was, we can't go to schools because it's restricted. But what we did was, we started to make like this craft project with kids at the beginning. I think you saw it. And they were really happy with it. They wanted more. So we started there and we had a good result.
And that
Not
craft
many.
project, you did that
Yeah.
virtually, right?
Yes, we did it through Zoom.
So
A
cool.
lot of, like, there were only 12 kids, but we are going to keep doing those kind of activities sometimes in the year. Like we have talks, we have those crafts, we have different activities throughout the year. And so we also gave a proposal um, to a school regarding solid waste management, like a very nice thing to give to the kids when they come back, if possible, and if they agree with it. And so we have to wait until next year because they are in holidays now.
Nice.
But we want to keep working towards this project because we think is really interesting, and we have a good feeling that kids are gonna be more prone to do those kind of activities than older people. So we want to focus in the kids.
Yeah.
So
You said one of your big good experiences was working with other people. Did you get a lot of new team members and partnerships?
we got some people from the community. Like we started working with two communities. With one is the place where we went to clean the river. Yesterday is a rural area. So in that community, we spoke with the leader of their community, and we talk about the solid waste management issue they have there because of the tourists, because of the people that doesn't care. Like the place where we were yesterday was part of that community. And so she said she was really interested in partnering with us to start working towards that goal. So that was really nice. And she wrote to the members of the community, and a lot of them were really happy to do it as well. In my community here in the neighborhood where I lived, the lady that is the leader of this community also was interested in working with us. And I told her about this next step that we are going to do in January, that is an activity for kids to paint, like some artistic activity that will involve painting ecosystems from Colombia
Oh,
and
nice.
things like regarding Colombian fauna and flora. So she was really happy. She said, count on us. You just let me know if you need the money. I start talking to people, like, you know, so we are gonna work with them. and and yeah, like we have, I think we have started. That is not really fast to do here because people is not really interested sometimes, but when they see results, when they see that their kids want to do things, when the community starts gathering to do activities regarding environmental, um, how would you say, like environmental programs, they start getting involved as well. So we want that. So at the
Yeah.
moment, we have impacted about 74 people
Mm-hmm.
directly,
Yes.
like
And
the people who have
that was
been to
through 3 different events, right?
Yes, we did 3 events, and we are going to have another one on Saturday that is another talk about plastics in the ocean, but specifically on an island from the Colombian Pacific,
Mm-hmm.
Gorgona. I don't know if you have heard about it, but we are going to keep having these talks to keep like people connected with the cause, not just like, okay, let's do this activity and see you next year, but
Yeah.
to
Give them
keep
background.
them involved. Yes.
Yeah. So
So,
yesterday you said you went out for your first cleanup activity.
on
Can you tell
Sunday.
us how much trash you found and the weirdest thing you found?
Yes. So we weighted about 75 kilograms of trash. The most weird things we found was like packages of drugs and witchcraft. That was a bit creepy, but yeah, I think those were the weirdest things we found. But we also found a lot of drinking and beers, lids,
Mm-hmm.
plastic bottles, glass bottles. I think those are the largest amount we found. So part of that garbage we handed into this RMI company, that they are the recycling company from the
Mm-hmm.
city. So they went to support us. So those are one of our new partners. So they took the recyclable plastic to their factory.
Yeah. Um,
Mhm.
so during this challenge, which parts were most helpful to you? What from the challenge really helped you get this going?
I think the book and the workbook are really important because they start guiding the process. Like, what
Mm-hmm.
do we have to do first? What do we have to do second? So that is really important because it gives you like a sense of organization that sometimes we don't have it. Like my mind is crazy. Like I start thinking things, but I sometimes get so annoyed because I can't organize in. I don't have an order.
Yes,
So that
I
helps.
think that
That helps us.
everybody is like that when they start a project. There's just so many things to do, and you're so excited.
Yeah, exactly. So we start putting things on the paper and we start doing things. And also, I think it was really important the support from the mentors,
Mm-hmm.
because you guys already did things that worked. So I think that direct contact with experienced people in the area is really important to be able to create like a clear idea of what we want and how we should do it, because sometimes we see things but in reality are much more complicated. Like I thought the cleanup was like just let's go and clean, but no, it's not. Like that's when um Malika and Daniel were saying like, no, you have the most appropriate is that you take notes about what you find, and like, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
so much more than that.
And you
So
and you also have to do a lot of work beforehand to make sure that people come to your cleanup, like a lot of advertising, talking to people, making connections, making partners.
yes, exactly. We even went to the radio station so they can advertise our activity. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. So we're
So,
happy with the outcome.
how can people support you or join you?
Uh, People can fund our events. They can volunteer with us. They can share posts. They can donate money or goods because we want to do a lot of activities outdoors with
Mhm.
kids and with people who want to participate. And I guess participating, like if you don't have money, you don't have goods, so come around with us as well. Like
Exactly.
whatever we are doing, people can join us. So that's a good thing to do.
And lastly, what is your advice for others who want to make an impact?
Um, like I was saying, I think organization is really important. And sometimes we don't make things happen because we are not organized. So to organize our ideas is really important. We need to have a really strong team to be able to do things and share our responsibilities, because if not, everything is going to come to one person, and that is hard when you
Mhm.
do a lot of things. And I guess not giving up to the cause. Sometimes it's like, no, this didn't work, and sometimes things are not like we expect. So I think that one is an important one. Don't give up and keep doing things that you like.
Yes, especially when it gets hard. And I think every project gets hard at one point to keep going and plug through.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I loved your story. It was super cool to hear how your project evolved and us working again together in a different setting. For
Mhm.
everybody who wants to find out more about how to do a challenge yourself or in your community, please visit www.climateactionchallenge.net.